Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today it's going to be a match between Queen and Best here on Neo Sylphid. This was sent to me by RJB of RJB TV fame. You probably know who he is if you've ever watched a cast of mine. Go ahead and go to RJB TV in your YouTube search bar, tell him that Falcon sent you, leave a comment. And let's get right on into it. Top side of Neo Sylphid, we have a white Zerg player. It is Queen. And in the bottom left, we have our purple Protoss Best. So definitely one of the greatest Protoss players in the world right now versus one of the best Zerg players in the world right now. ASL finalists both. And it's a ZVP, my favorite matchup. Alright, so probe scouting. Throwing down a pylon. Going on an adventure. It's a 3-player map, so you have a 50% chance to scout the correct direction to find your Zerg opponent, and this probe is scouting the correct direction. Woo! Just finished watching game 1 of the NBA playoff series between the Clippers and the Jazz. Jazz won. They missed 21 shots straight in this game and still won. Woof! That took a few years off my life, I can tell you what. Hold on a second. What? What? Why? I'm very confused. What is going on here? What is going on here with Best? You didn't fully scout the 12 o'clock, Best. I'm not entirely sure why you turned your probe around. Yeah. I have no idea what was going through Best's head there, but I don't know. Queen's happy to be able to put down a hatch without a probe blocking it. That is for sure. This timing, this timing is a pool first play. I feel like very close. Maybe it was an overpool, but anyway. Not sixlings in progress here, just a couple of them. And the other 2 eggs are drones. This really threw me off. Oh, hey, look! Wow, neat! There is, in fact, a Zerg player in this spawning location. I don't know why I didn't think there was. That's kind of strange. And then, love the third base at 242. Oh, so beautiful. That's blind as well. He did not have the information that this was a Forge Fast Expand. He's guessing. He's taking an educated guess here, taking a risk, and it paid off for him. I mean, this could have been a 2-gate opening, and then this hatchery would have been really disastrous for him. But as it stands, he's good to go. Got his gas. Overlord coming in to see what's going on. Well, actually made a cannon, which is entirely unnecessary considering the number of lings that are out. Although, I think we have 4 now. Although 4 is not really enough to be a concern here either. Unless the run-bys you're worried about, which, fair. You could be worried about the run-bys. Cannon it is. Therefore, the run-bys and nothing else. Hit that like button if you're excited for the ZVP between Best and Queen. I've cast a lot of games featuring these players, but not many with them against each other. In fact, I can't recall ever casting a match between these 2 players directly. So, in a 1v1 anyway, maybe in a team scenario, I've cast a couple team games featuring Queen at least, so perhaps in one of those, but I don't know. I don't rightly know. Someone who has a better memory than I can tell me if that's the case or not. I could also just check my backlog. Lair on the way from the Zerg. Somebody made a point the other day and was like, why do Zergs open up Spire so much? It's like, yeah, the Corsair can deny, or the Scourge can deny the Corsairs, but if you open up Hydralisk Den, you can deny the Corsairs and put real pressure on your Protoss opponent to be worried about a bunch of Hydras showing up and killing them. At least before Storm shows up, yeah? But Scourge are just like, I don't know, if you open up Spire, you're basically telling the Protoss, go ahead, probe up a whole bunch, don't worry about a ton of cannons. You'll be totally fine, don't rush into Storm. Maybe take a 3rd base, right? So, I don't know. I don't have a good answer for that point made by somebody in the comments of a video recently. And again, I read every comment anyone ever makes. So, if you want to leave me a comment asking me a question, feel free to do so. I can't promise I'll answer it, but I'll read it, for sure. Depending on how much time I have, and if I want to answer it, I will. Yeah, I mean, this probe's been taking hits for days. That juke was great. Oh, hang on. Oh, am I not following this probe? There we go. I was trying to follow this probe. Okay, probe is now dead. Yep. Alright, probe down. Did speed just finish? Yeah, speed just finished. That's what caused the death there. And it is a Spire out of Queen. I mean, look. Queen made it to, what, 2 straight ASL finals in the last couple seasons? So, like, I'm not going to tell Queen how to play Zerg. I'm not going to tell him he's doing it wrong. But I wonder why the Hydralisk Den openings are just kind of falling out of favor in the meta here. I mean, look, Corsair's on the way. I mean, how many games with Jaedong have we seen where he just opens Hydralisk Den, 3 bases, comes in, wrecks everything. The Corsairs are like, sup, we're here. Our Protoss commander spent a lot of resources on us, and we're utterly useless defending against these Hydras. I don't know. I mean, maybe the timings on the speed for the Zealots is better at this point, right? Speed's getting started here at about 5 minutes, and that is an answer to Hydralisk to some extent. You can kind of push them away with speed lots. You can't really kill them, like, unless the Hydras are kind of sticking around and not being controlled well, so I don't know. I mean, again, we do get a Hydralisk Den eventually. It's not like we're just going Spire because that's bad. Right? It's just the Hydralisk Den is kind of the second thought. It's definitely not a Hydralisk timing based on the timing of that Hydralisk Den. Is there a Templar Archives on the way? No. Cannon. Yeah, he knows. He knows it's a Spire opening, so he's not going to be worried about rushing into Storm at all. Just probing up. Everything's cool. Everything's fine here. Making a bunch of these guys. Ooh. And getting air weapons. So we're committing to Corsairs right now. To the point that, I don't know. To the point that it is even worth it to build Scourge. We've seen a couple ZVPs on the channel in the last month or so where the Protoss commits to Corsairs and the Zerg is like, I'll make a bunch of Scourge to counter that. But it's just hard. It is just hard to get a decent connection. Oh, this Zealot attack is good. A decent connection against like 8 Corsairs with +1 attack. When there's a player as good as best controlling them, you know? Love this block on the ramp. That's beautiful. Ah, didn't have us sunken up here in time. Drones are getting killed. We're at 31. And the Lings do manage to prevent any more deaths. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Not the worst thing I've ever seen. Zealot speed coming in. Production tab still. There we go. Storm is getting started. I was going to say no Storm yet. But definitely Storm is on the way. Hydra's here to defend this natural base, but no Sunkens. And this is, boy, this is a lot. This is a lot. Hydras are coming out. Again, Defender's Advantage kicks in here. And speed lots against Hydras, not exactly a battle that they want. Oh, he found the Overlord hiding location. Supply blocked into next week. So, I mean, that can happen regardless. Whoa! Zerglings went for something over here. Didn't quite pull it off. That was a good attempt. I'm not going to say that was a bad attempt. But all those Lings died. So, Corsairs supply block Queen into next week. That's probably, again, this is just... It's just the Scourge, the Scourge of Corsairs against Zerg. It's hard to deal with them. They're very fast. They're very shifty. Sure, if they stand in place and let Hydras attack them, they'll die. And sure, if they stand in place and don't really react to Scourge in time, they'll die. But it really feels like that's in the hands of the Protoss player, right? If the Protoss makes a mistake with these, the Corsairs die. If the Protoss doesn't make a mistake with them, they don't die. They're functionally immortal in this game. Frustrating. It's a frustrating thing, for sure. I never like it when I'm in a game and I feel like the only way I can deal with something my enemy is doing is if they screw it up. So, that's what feels like. That's what Corsairs feel like to me. And, I don't know, maybe you feel differently about it, right? Like, Corsairs can attack ground. So, maybe the fact that they're functionally immortal, as long as the Protoss takes care of them, is offset by the fact they can't attack buildings or ground units at all, right? See, and then you keep your Overlords with the Hydras, and everything's fine. That's all you gotta do. Just keep your Overlords with the Hydras, and you won't get another Overlord massacre like the one of 62. Okay, the one of, like, 2 minutes ago in this game. Yeah, but all the pressure is over here on this side of the map, right? The Corsairs are keeping Queen running around and around, making him worried about his Overlords, keeping Hydras in this location rather than on the other side. But now that Overlord speed is done, we can actually bring the Overlords along for some Hydralisk attacks. Ooh, that was nice. Okay, that was alright. He killed one by setting up a nice little surprise sneak attack. I like that very much. Okay, there are some things you can do. You can try to set up ambushes on them. Once again, if Best was paying attention, he would have seen the Hydras just turned around and juked another direction. So it's a mistake for Best's part. I don't know. I try not to sound overly negative in these casts, but I've just seen Corsairs get a lot of stuff done recently on the channel, and they're good units, is what they are. So the Hydras are running around, but the number of High Templar is growing at a fairly intimidating rate. There are 4 of them here. Not all of them have enough energy for Storm, but there's enough Storm here that these Hydras are not getting through here whatsoever. Not even close are they getting through here. Storm drop. Shuttle's just out here providing vision first. We'll go for a Storm drop later, though, says Best. Don't worry. Don't worry, Zerg fans. We'll get a Storm drop or 2 in here. Right up your alley. Dark Templar trying to sneak around and maybe attack this base, which doesn't have any defense at it, so that's cool. Overlord dies. I don't know if there's anything in it. I'd be surprised if there was. He's just trying to scout. That probe is trying to get something set up. Not going to happen. This Dark Templar hides in a corner after getting a couple shots off on this hatchery, and the reinforcements arrive. So this probe is dead. So the third base dreams for Best are temporarily on hold. Just kidding. We didn't kill the probe because there are... Hang on, we're going to get it. There were a bunch of zealots coming. Kill that probe. Okay, got it. So the probe is dead, and the fourth base for Queen is still alive. Look at the Hydras doing the strategy. Oh, setting up lurker eggs. So there's kind of safe back here, kind of. That's neat. Ah, then Dragoons arrive, and it's all bad news all the way around. And there's an observer, so you can't even really count on the lurkers to get you out of this situation. So he cancels the lurker eggs. All the Hydras die. The delay on the base was temporary, but hey, temporary delays are just fine in games of StarCraft. Sometimes that can be the difference between winning and losing a match. Snipe the observer. Yeah, observer sniped. Beautifully done. Once again, Overlord's dead, though. Because the Corsairs have upgrades, and there are a few of them right now. Heck, click, control click. There we go. 6 of them out. Like, we're not going to keep making Corsairs. Not going to be like 15 or 20 Corsairs. That'd be stupid. But it's definitely enough that they can burn down an Overlord real fast, or a group of Overlords, and that Scourge are going to have a really hard time connecting. So I do like that Queen is not going heavy into the Scourge stuff. So I do. I appreciate that play from him a lot. So Lurker's getting burrowed down, split out, so that one Storm can only hit one of them at a time. Because you know they're going to get stormed, because that's how this matchup goes. Lurker, good unit. Bad against Dragoons. Real bad against Dragoons. Bad against High Templar, but every Zerg unit's bad against High Templar. I guess Ultras technically aren't really super bothered by Storm. I mean, it hits them for a good chunk of change, and they don't, their armor doesn't negate any of it. So they don't like it, but it's not like it's instant death for pretty much most of the other Zerg units that exist. I guess Lurkers take 2 Storms, so they got that going for them, which is nice. 4th base on the way from Best. 4th base done and happily running from Queen. Yeah, speedlots against Hydras, man. Hydras don't like this matchup at all. At all. Slow Zealots, yeah, they're great. We'll fight them any day of the week. Speedy Zealots means that you can technically kind of kite them, but not really. It sucks. That's a lot of Hydras coming down this way, man. So these Zealots are all dead. And these guys running around has actually saved all of their lives. Wait. Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. I mean, one of the responding Hydras died in response. Oh, this feels like a trap. This feels like a trap. The Hydras can handle the Dragoons. It's just the High Templar that are coming in behind that are the problem here. That's funny. So all of Queen's Hydras are kind of stuck back here, but he's got a ton of Lurkers. This is great. This is some good Zerg play. Really good Protoss play, too. Like, this 4th base was a little bit early. He kind of risked it, but it totally worked out. Are there no High Templar at the 3rd base? The humanity, though. Why? Why not just have 1 High Templar at this base? Best. Kind of screwing up a little bit here, Best. Just saying. Okay, I guess reinforcements were in the general neighborhood. So everybody's fine. No need to panic. This is the perfect time to panic. Name that movie. So Hydras get out. Unsurprising, because these guys left the front door unlocked. That is a lot of Lurkers. I don't know that you want to engage. It's a lot of Dragoons, too. +2 attack on those dudes, by the way. The Hydras and the Lurkers have +2 attack into armor. Again, trying to split these lurkers out. That's what they're all about here. Robotics Bay coming in, Defiler round 2. Two very important pieces of tech for both of these players. We're going to get Reavers, most likely, and then Plague and Dark Swarm. Both of which, it's hard to win a late game against Protoss without Plague or Swarm, or both. Not impossible. We've seen it definitely done. And it is, I don't know. Reavers are sort of a luxury item for Protoss. They don't need it. They've got plenty of splash with Archons and High Templar. But Reavers, you know, just getting a couple huge hits off on things like Ultralisks are going to be really nice in engagements, and they just slaughter Zerglings and Hydras. Another base coming up. Queen going for the 5th. Storm trying to break through this. Observer snipe, so you can't see where they are. Gosh, the Storm blankets, though. They're here. Oh, DT's going ham inside the main base. There's only a Sunken to stop them. Do they go after the Sunken? They do go after the Sunken. They hit hard, baby. Sunken dead. Dark Templar drop. Dark Templar drop. And look at the Corsair still getting value at 17 minutes, man. Hey, look at Scourge. Oh, they did it. The Scourge did good things. Hooray. Crazy engagement. Oh, Lings and Lurkers. You can only retreat from this. I like it. Out of best. Don't stay in range of that many Lurkers, even if you can kill them technically. Okay, well, so, see the Corsairs holding still, bad. He's like, where are the Overlords? 5 kills, 9 kills. They're finally dead. Engagement over here. Nope, Storm, good unit, trying to flank from all directions, so you can't just storm one place and kill everybody. I like this. This is kind of a way to wear down a Protoss, but if a Protoss is smart, like Best is, they're going to keep a couple storms in the back pocket for that secondary wave that comes from an unexpected direction. And he holds it off quite nicely. So a 4-basing Best versus a 5-basing Queen here, sort of. I mean, this base is not literally contributing to income at all. And it looks like Queen is kind of trying to go for one of those contains, right? Hydra Lurker contains. Best is going for a 5th base now on the high ground. This is probably Reavers. No Reavers. Really? Alright, that's fine. I guess maybe just upgrades for Observers. Then. What kind of defense do we have here now? Literally 4 Hydralisks. Doesn't seem like it's enough. Maybe 5. 0 now, actually. Yeah, just Zealots dropping down. Storm dropping. Is he gonna hit this base too while he's at it? Aw, Bass, you're mean. Nice juke back, though, from Queen. That could have been worse. These Zealots are still killing Hydralisks, everybody. Don't mind us. Still killing Hydras. The Hydras is like, we just have to get out of here. This base up for Queen, though. That's a 6th. But the 5th is dead. 191 to 142 total supply. I don't know. This is real bad. It's looking bad for Queen right now is what I'm trying to say. PVZ, tough matchup for Zergs if it gets past a certain point. They're really good if they can set up a contain on 2 bases. They're really good if they can kill before Storm comes out, but man, no Plague play at all here from Queen yet. I'm really actually disappointed by that. I am. Archon's coming in. I don't think you need them, to be honest. Like, you're doing great against these Lurkers with your +3 Dragoons as it stands. Zealots causing problems at the 6th base. I keep thinking this is a drop, but it's not. Archon dead. All right. Surrounding these Dragoons, not bad. There is a Defiler here. And he is sitting right in front of the Dragoons. Okay, that's something of a victory, but it is still 176 to 115 supply. Just dropping Zealots on everything. Killing the Defiler mound would not be a bad idea. This is just Zealots, man. Zealot, which is where Plague would really come in handy here, Queen. Aw, new spawning pool dies after the first one got sniped. Brutal stuff. Look, the Defiler's like, I literally can't do anything. Dark Swarm does nothing to these Zealots. They don't care. Defiler mound is dead, so you can't research Plague. Queen's under 100 supply, and I think that's your GG. I don't want to caster curse this thing, but it is looking really good for Best, and that's it. Queen taps out. Best gets the win behind what is, oddly enough, largely Zealots. Like, his Dragoons did a lot of work. Yeah, they did. They wiped out a base. They were doing some good things down here. The Storm Drops are fantastic, too. Really good multitasking from Best. Like, fantastic Protoss play, without question. But the end of the game was just Zealots, man. 3-1-1 Zealots. The drone count was pretty well massacred. I don't actually know where most drones were for Queen. Maybe some at the natural, but some here too. But they're likely basically dead, although the Hive's getting focused. But anyway. Yeah, man. Zealots wiping out the main base. Zealots wiping out his fourth base, or third base, or whatever it is. And again, Dark Swarm doesn't do anything. So the fact that Queen couldn't squeeze Plague into his upgrade path is a problem. Also, I guess this is a pretty decent, easy fourth base to take, right? Because it's pretty close to your natural and pretty close to your third up here. And pretty set back. So you can defend it pretty effectively, which he did. There was not any kind of an attack launched on this as far as I know. And then just a tiny little attack up here that didn't get a lot done from Queen. So, yeah, Corsair's supply blocking. I mean, I don't want to say the reason Best won this game is the Corsair's supply blocking Queen into next week. Back in the first 10 minutes of the game, but it can't help. It certainly cannot be a helpful thing. Man. All right. Well, at the end of the day, I guess let's go ahead and check out the final score here. Best played that very, very well. Good Protoss. All right, 153,000 points for Best, 130,000 here from Queen, 500 to 200 in the favor of Queen on produced units, 300 to 100, 371 to 100 for Best. Structures raised. Wow, 8 Zerg buildings raised for only 3 Protoss structures. And gas mines even, minerals mines even, spent is fairly even. And when you're a Zerg player, and you do not spend your Protoss or your Terran opponent by a significant margin, that is a bad sign. I can't say that you can't win that game, but it makes it very, very hard to do so. Alright, well, that right there is gonna be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered, and another RJB cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.